You've tried it your way, but you're still in debt. Or maybe you're doing okay, but want to invest smarter, grow faster. MillionaireX.ai gives you real step-by-step strategies to ditch debt or stack wealth. Stop dreaming and start planning. Visit MillionaireX.ai today. I want you to be the next millionaire next door.
Finding the right real estate professional can be challenging. I'm broker Melissa Wilson. I'm knowledgeable in all aspects of the real estate process. So whether you're looking to buy new or an existing home or have a commercial need, I'm here to help.
Let's stop acting like we don't see how this game is played. If you tired of folks throwing shade with a smile and keeping you boxed in with that slick behind-the-scenes racism, it's time to upgrade your survival skills. See, Phillip Scott dropped more than just knowledge. He handed you a playbook with passive-aggressive racism in the system of white supremacy. This ain't the in-your-face kind. This is that sneaky, office space, let me block your blessings type of racism that'll have you questioning your own reality. It's time to call it what it is and arm yourself with the facts. But baby, don't stop at just peeping the system. Break those mental chains too. That's why you need 7 steps to decolonize the mind. This is about freeing yourself up top, walking in confidence, and letting the world know your mind is not for rent, lease, or layaway. It's time to reclaim your power step by step. So don't just watch, take action. Click over to Amazon.com, type in passive-aggressive racism in the system of white supremacy and 7 steps to decolonize the mind, and secure both books for yourself, your crew, and anybody ready for that mental liberation. La Sherika said it, now go do it. Invest in your freedom. Pick up both books today on Amazon.com. Trust me, your mind will thank you.
After 13 years of exposing lies in the media, I discovered the biggest lie of all. They want you to think racism is random, accidental, just bad people doing bad things. But what if I told you anti-black racism was engineered, programmed like software, marketed like a product, and designed to survive across generations? That's exactly what I prove in my new book, Us versus the Machine, How Anti-Black Racism Was Programmed, Marketed, and Made to Survive. This isn't another book about what racism looks like. This is the blueprint of how it was built, who profits from it, and most importantly, how to dismantle it. I spent years connecting dots that they never wanted connected, following money trails that they thought were buried, exposing the machine that runs on our oppression. Knowledge is power, but strategic knowledge is liberation. Get Us versus the Machine on Amazon today, because once you understand the system, you can beat the system.
If you have not been tuning in before, my goodness, you've missed out on a lot. Broke boy, but with potential. What made you realize this soft life is for me?
I deserve it. Because main money is special. I'm single.
But you don't like to be alone now. I'm looking for a guy to break my heart.
Well, as long as they're Nigerians now.
Watch Slay Queen Nigeria, only on the African Diaspora News Channel app.
From November 14th to 21st, we're inviting you to join us for a powerful trip to Ghana. This isn't just a vacation. This is a chance to walk through the same places where many of our people were captured, held, and shipped off into slavery. So don't wait. Secure your spot today. We're making history by walking through it. Will you be with us?
In H-Town, we want news that speaks truth, just like we do.
ADNC keeps me informed and him inspired.
We've been through too much to trust mainstream media. This feels like us.
From the D to the diaspora, ADNC is how I stay woke. We binge ADNC like it's Netflix, but smarter.
They speak on us, but never for us. ADNC does.
No fluff. No filters. Just the truth, daily.
From Wall Street to 125th, we're watching our news.
Download the African Diaspora News Channel app today to stay connected to the culture.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, thank you for joining us on the stream this evening. I didn't know if I was going to make it on time. I got back pretty late. But tonight we're going to talk about MAGA tried to show up at Tennessee State University, ladies and gentlemen. And they thought that they was going to go there and just do what they normally do. And those brothers and sisters, I don't know why they thought that was going to work out well for them. But we'll talk about that, but not so much the action of what they did. But we want to get more into the psychology of what they were trying to do or attempting to do with those other young brothers and sisters, right? So I want to thank everybody for joining us tonight. I was looking at some of the comments coming in already. Lisa you say the trolls are already. Lisa, at any time, Lisa, I could switch it off, okay? At any time, Lisa. So Lisa, if they are acting a fool, Lisa, it's nothing but for me to press a button, and we back to members only, Lisa. So don't worry, If too many of them start, I've been trying to be nice a little bit, Lisa. That's really what it is. But yeah, if they do too much, then I'll switch it off. But then they want to cry and switch them off. Oh, well, why can't nobody say anything? Well, if you want to guarantee that nobody gonna switch you off, join our memberships. Then you ain't gonna worry about it. That's how that works, right? All right. Yeah, every Wednesday I have to go get my hair cut, y'all, because I'm on this camera and so weekly I do that. I remember I haven't made it to the ultimate stage yet. The ultimate stage is you get a haircut every 4 days. Yeah, every 4 days. That'll be the ultimate stage, but I'm not there yet. All right. So that will be that. Let me see. What else? I'll get to that later in the stream. I want to thank everybody who has been joining on the ADNC app, African Diaspora News Channel app. People ask, where do you find it? You just type in a lot of times when I go in the Apple App Store, I type in African. It pops up real quick. African Diaspora News Channel. I don't have an Android device, but from what I see, people do find it. It's called African Diaspora News Channel. I'm talking to my people today to try to put in ADNC to see if that comes up as well. But as of right now, African Diaspora News Channel. You don't really have to type the whole thing up. It pops right up from what I see. So that's how you find the app. Join us monthly on the app, at least minimum. You can do an annual. You can do a lifetime. Lifetime, you never have to worry about prices increasing or anything happening. You are there. And shout out to our 2 lifetime members. We have 2 lifetime members, and we give a shout out to them. Yes, we have 2 so far, and we'll at least try to get at least 98 more, right? That'll be beautiful to get more lifetime members. All right. Also, something else I was going to tell y'all. 2026, like I said, we coming up, and if you have an idea of some places you'd like us to come in 2026, so we're going to start hitting pavement a lot more in 2026, doing events and other things that we want to do. You say, hey, man, Phil, it'd be good for y'all to come to this event or whatever. Of course, it has to be the right situation, of course. But, yeah, let us know. Because that's how we ended up at the Ohio Black Expo. Is because, hey, we made a call out like this. Say, hey, man, 2026 coming up. Or before. It could be something before. It don't have to be in 2026. We need to get out there with the people, touch the people. You know what I'm saying? It's great to do this here, but we need to do more events with the people, talk to y'all and shake hands with y'all and all of that. That's always a beautiful thing. Because, I was thinking like, why do I kind of stopped doing that for a while? And I thought about it with the pandemic kind of, took a lot of that away. I was looking at prior to the pandemic what we were doing. Then I looked at it after the fact, right? But it's time. It's time to get back out there. That's why we're doing that, working on that event for Toronto, Canada. We're going to be doing one in Johannesburg, South Africa. Maybe Nairobi, I don't know, but for sure those 2. and then some other cities here in the U.S. And hey, if somebody say, "Hey man, come to Jamaica, you can do an event right here." Hey man, I'm open. 2026, we moving around. All right. Let's get into that. Let's get into this. All right. So these young men with MAGA here, which is not popular with the black community, they're not, decided to show up to Tennessee State University. And they thought they was going to do like what they do at the PWIs, set up a table, put up a little a sign or whatever they normally do, talking about, oh, I don't agree with this, change my mind, or whatever the case may be, right? And they want to debate with people. You understand? But you're going to an HBCU. Now, see, you okay, the PWIs are doing that, but not an HBCU. I mean, I could have told you that, right? But let's go ahead and play the videos that's out online right now, and we're gonna get into it. But we want to get into the mindset of these young men that showed up out there. Okay. All right. See, Roxy. See, let me tell you about Roxy right there. Shout out to Roxy. See, if I just turn to members only, Roxy's good. Roxy don't have nothing to worry about, right? Just letting you know. All right. So let's go ahead and cue this up real quick. Where's my video? Here we go. Let's go ahead and check this out.
MAGA supporters invaded our HBCU.
What is going on over here?
You called the East primitive, but what? We created y'all knowledge. We created y'all science. We created y'all math. Y'all didn't do shit besides steal. Y'all didn't do anything to your... You guys didn't make shit. You guys touched children. You guys fucked.
Showing them the door.
We walking them to the door, y'all. I don't even know how they got on campus. We gonna figure that out, but I don't know. They need to get like a trespass, like penalty or something, because
sending them off.
Tell him it's that boy. He thought he was gonna come up like Charlie.
Yes.
That
Yes.
yes.
Say good job, TSU.
Good job. Set under my.
Good.
All we did was set up a table.
Hey, what's up, man? Like, oh, press the hell. You feel me? Like, it's a crazy day out here. You feel me?
He just looked at us and called us fashion. He Oh my gosh, they threw a drink up top.
Yeah.
Oh, whoa.
Did somebody just throw something in our car?
Arrest. They just tried to hit the car. They're still hitting the car. Whoa! That was loud.
Nothing beats a Jet2 holiday. And right now, you can save £50 per person. That's £200 off for a family of 4. We've got millions of free child place holidays available with 22 kilograms.
All right. So let me go ahead on give a hand clap to our young brothers and sisters out there. And if the police wasn't there, it probably would have went a different way, right? Now, I've seen the concerns about some people, they were just out there rage baiting them and they love this kind of footage. So what? Who cares, right? Who cares whatever footage they like and whatever Fox News is going to show? Who freaking cares? The fact is, that's called gatekeeping, okay? When you're gatekeeping your spaces, you don't be nice and polite because they're not nice and polite to us for anything. So they didn't get an invitation to come. It wasn't any kind of sanctioned event for them to be there. They decided I'm going to go over there and I'm going to go and colonize the black spaces. And I'm going to show up there with rhetoric that the people don't even want to hear because I'm white and that's what I do whatever the hell I want to do. Forget the black university. Because if they had a permit to be there or it was a sanctioned event, the police wouldn't have made them leave. Right? If they had went through the proper channels to be there, I wouldn't go to no HBCU and just go plop up there and just go talking about I'm going to do something. No, I'm going to go through the proper channels, get all the permissions I need and written agreements I need, and then I'll do what I need to do. But I will say this, and another person was mentioning this in the chat. I'm going to say it like this, HBCUs, or those of you who are HBCU alumni, Charlie Kirk would go to all these different PWI colleges and talking, hey, 2026 coming. That's what we should be doing. We should be going to the HBCUs, starting right here in Houston, Texas Southern. It should be a no-brainer for me to be there. That's right down the street, right? I think I'm gonna have to start calling people out now on my platform because I think I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna start calling names, not name, but institutions. It's like, why is it you got all these people talking constantly, but you're not bringing them out? See, the reason why the Charlie Kirks of the world and the rest of them do more things is because they get brought to these universities. They do whatever at these different events. So they touching more people than just your platform, because not all the time people gonna see you on YouTube or your app or wherever they see you. Sometimes you actually got to go places where people at. Talk to them, like, oh man, where you come from? And then you tell them what you got going on. Say, man, I didn't even know, and that's how you meet more people. So we all need to get out of here and start getting with the people a lot more. But HBCUs should be a no-brainer, especially journalism departments. That should be a no-brainer. You understand? So that can happen. It don't make no sense. You got all these people, including myself, speaking constantly on a lot of issues, and we're not brought to these universities to talk? That doesn't make sense. I'm sorry, it doesn't. I'm not trying to say bring me to University of Texas. I mean, if they would invite me to go, I'll go. But I'm talking about the HBCUs. We got Prairie View and we got TSU right here in Texas. Then name all the other ones. You know what I'm saying? I think the only HBCU I went to, and I did some filming over there, was actually Bethune-Cookman years ago. It was years ago. And I actually got to talk to some of the students on camera. I think the video's still on here. If not, shoot. If it's not, I got it. But we went to Bethune-Cookman years ago and talked to the students. So it's cool. It's cool. But 2026, we need to move around. So any of you alumni, holler at us. All right? All right. Now, let's get to MAGA. Let's get to these young men in particular. Why did they do this? What's the psychology behind this? Hold on, let me check something out. Why did they do that? Why did they say, you know what? We're going to show up to Tennessee State University. Are we going to do it for views? Some of it. But why did they do that? All right. So knowing their psychology, you understand what I'm saying? Knowing who they are, and like I say, make sure to get our new book, Us versus the Machine. We break down that psychology there. Get it in Amazon right now. So they went there because few reasons. We're not really giving them the time of day anymore like we used to. You know, ever since we kind of decided to, hey, we going to just rest, stay out the way. We're not going to bother with them. They have been really missing our energy. You know, we're not out there protesting. We're not anything, right? And the movie Sinners was so great because those vampires in that movie is them. And they need to feed on us. You understand what I'm saying? And they can't, but they feed on us in the area of our energy, whether we're angry, our pain, or whatever. They feed on that. They need that. And they have been void of that because we have been basically staying away from them, just resting. No matter what Trump is doing, we're not out there protesting. We're not saying a word like, hey, man, y'all do y'all. We're going to do us. It is what it is. Y'all figure that out. And they just so angry. They got pent up anger. They turning on each other. Because we out the mix. Because when we in the mix, right, they could all focus just on us. And that's how they're unified. If we're around, they're unified. But we're not around, then eventually they're going to turn on each other. They always done that. You go back to European history, which we covered in the book. In European history, they always at each other's throats. Okay? So we've been staying away from them. We haven't even been arguing with them. They've been saying all kind of racial slurs and all kind of things they've been saying to us. We're like, we don't care about that. We're not even giving you the time of day to argue with you anymore. Well, why don't you just debate me? Like, no. Debate you for what? I mean, I'll get more results out of debating this piece of paper than talking to you at this point. Why waste our time? And then if I'm going to talk to you, I tell you up front, well, come debate me. Okay, no problem. Then I'm going to tell you the fee right now. And I know you got it because it's a wealth gap. I need, for 60 minutes, I'm going to need $10,000. Okay? That's just my fee, $10,000. Then, because of who you are, I'm going to need an additional $10,000 reparations fee because you got to pay your reparations. So whatever I charge is going to be 100% of whatever I charge, that's going to be your reparations fee. So it's going to be my fee, and the reparations fee will be a total of $20,000 for 1 hour. If you're not prepared to pay me my $20,000 for 1 hour of my time to debate you, then I just leave me alone, okay? But you're going to pay a reparations fee if you're dealing with me, okay? The government don't have to institute that. I'm instituting that when it comes to you. So just letting you know. Now, if y'all want to institute y'all reparations fees, y'all can do that because they going to have to pay it one way or another. So we will have to just start personally instituting our reparations fee. They don't have to pay it, but just won't get our time. That's it. Okay? All right. Let me, hold on, y'all. I ain't see something y'all had going on up here. You say you're going to need 50,000. Well, hey, if you need 50,000, you need 50,000. It is what it is. But here's the thing. So they need to feed off of our energy, even our rage, right? They feel good when they get us upset or whatever. So now to get a reaction out of us, now they trying to invade our spaces, which HBCU is our spaces. Now they're trying to invade our spaces just to get a reaction out of black people, right? So they can say, oh, look at how they reacted to me. I just wanted to have a debate with them. And they just react. Look how they reacted. They were screaming and yelling at me. And oh my God, look at what happened to me. No, you went over there being antagonistic and you knew it. You knew exactly what you were doing. You wore those MAGA hats over there. And you knew what you were doing. You knew it. And these young kids, I'm not going to fault them for acting that way. Because like, well, maybe they should have handled it. No, they shouldn't have. Because you know what? If you don't protect your space and let people know up front, you're not going to just come in here doing whatever the hell you want to do. It's called gatekeeping. And security and the university need to get serious about their security and find out who's going on the campus. Who were these guys? How did they show up like that? how they should show up with a table and all this. Well, how did that happen? That's a security issue. Yeah, they were there with just trying to antagonize. But what if Connor came over there, you know, trying to air out the place? Because they were not too long ago threatening HBCUs, right? And then this happened. I would be pissed right now. If I was the chancellor, I would be so angry and upset. I'd be wanting an emergency meeting right now. Like, how in the hell that happened? That shouldn't happen. That was such a breach of security that how did they get on this campus? And how did they get out their car, bring tables, get set up, and the students had to find out they were there? Like, what kind of security is this? I would have been hot. Knowing we just had some threats coming into HBCUs, it don't make sense. But they also went there because they wanted to test the temperature of black people. They wanted to see if they can come into black space and just set up and parlay, or you're going to run them off the block. They want to test the waters, right? See, when a lot of people say, well, you know, man, maybe we should go back into segregation. Okay. Well, during segregation, the same thing was happening. The black folks had their own space. Remember, the HBCU is way over here that's where black people gonna go. And yet, there's a university that's specifically targeting black people, yet that's where they want to go. They got so many PWIs in Tennessee, but yet they want to go where the black people at. And the funny part about this video for me, I'm gonna have to go back and find it. Let me tell you what was funny. Let me see if I can pull that video back up. Hold on, I gotta find
MAGA
it.
supporters invaded our
Hold on,
HBCU.
I'll find it. Is this one part of the video? Let me see if I can find it. They're running them off the block, but this is one guy got my attention. Hold on, where is he at? Hold on, where's the video? Come on, y'all. Where's this guy? I'm gonna find him. Just give me a second. I'm just trying to go through the video and look for it. Not there. Something just caught my attention earlier. There you go. It was funny. Hold on, y'all. I want to laugh or something. Hold on. It's coming up. Look right there in the back. The Latino run him off the block too. I'll laugh and I say, man, even the Latinos out there running him off the block? That's funny. That is so funny. The Latino out there saying, nah, you got to go, bro. That's funny. That is funny. Yeah. Pedro say, you got to go. You got to go. But they signed, if you saw it, talking about deport all illegals, you know, and all of that. Like, what the HBCU got to do with that? Black people aren't illegal. So what are you over there for talking about that? You should be going to wherever PWI you want to go to and discuss that issue and that problem, I guess. Y'all let them in here. And then you want to talk about there's a problem with them being here. Who let them in? We didn't let them in. So why are you telling us about illegal anything? Y'all put them in the cities where black people at. Y'all take taxpayer funds, and it's your people that did it. Well, it's the left. It's your people, white. I don't care what political party they part of. All y'all are white. That's y'all did that. You mad that they here, but you let them in. I do not get it. Listen, one thing you don't get into with them is left, right, liberal, conservative. You don't get into no Christian, Protestant, Catholic. Don't get into none of that with them. If they get you on that, it's the left, they got you. They got you. If they get you on, well, it's the right, they got you. It's white supremacy. That's all it is to it. It's nothing more, nothing less. It don't matter about the religion or the political party or the ideology. It's white supremacy because they change political parties, religions at the drop of a dime. But it's about white supremacy. And that's why I keep it. I'm not going to pivot nowhere else. I don't want to hear that left. It's the left. It's the left. It's the right. It's the right. I don't want to hear that. It's white supremacy. Anything less than that, you will be confused with them, okay? Now, not only want to test out the temperature of how black people, young black people in particular, will respond to that. For them, it was more about trying to be dominant. Say, you know what? I'm going to go to a HBCU. I'm going to set up and I'm going to go and invade their space, and there's nothing they can do about it because I'm white and I have privilege, and I'm going to do whatever I want, even on their own campuses, their own spaces. What's for them, I don't care. I don't have to respect them. I don't have to ask the university for anything because I don't respect the black university. I'm going to do whatever the hell I want on this campus because I am white. That's what that statement was. That's what it was. Nothing more, nothing less. They try to look at that action like symbolic conquest, basically. That's why they did that. They would take these videos and try to flip the script on the videos. They would try to say, oh, look how ghetto they act. Nobody was acting ghetto. You was acting trailer park because you didn't respect the going to the front office. You didn't get permission. You just showed up, think you're going to do what you want to do. That's trailer park. That's what trailer park people do. There's nothing ghetto about their reaction. The one brother said, we basically taught you everything. We did. Didn't Stephen Miller the other day admit we came from the caves? Stephen Miller said that the other day, that they came from the caves, which is true. It was the Moors that civilized them. And clearly, they missed some classes. But it was symbolic conquest for them. A lot of them think that they can come to the university and HBCU and find the next Candace Owens, right? They say, you know what? Maybe there's some Candace Owens here. And so let's go over there. There may be 1 or 2 we could find that's a Candace Owens at that HBCU. So let's go over there. Because listen, we need some new Candace Owens. You know, she's on one thing. We got to find some new crop. But here's the thing about that Candace Owens stuff and the rest of them. The temperature's a little different now. See, you know, Candace Owens out here say she's Caribbean. She doesn't say she's a black American. She's Caribbean. She's talked about how Caribbeans are smarter than black Americans, and we just kind of notice a pattern. Sorry, we do. We notice a pattern that a lot of people that want to immigrate here, they want to be on team white supremacy. I'm not saying all. And if you write me with your not being listening and listening in ignorance, I didn't say all. But I notice a pattern that those that really want to be on team white supremacy are those who immigrated to this country or their parents were immigrants. Okay? Right now, the delineation movement has cut off the usefulness of a Candace Owens. Understand what I'm saying? It cuts off her usefulness because you can't slide into black spaces like you used to and say, well, I'm black and I say this. Don't work. You say, no. You're not black. You're other. and we're going to point out your other. And because of that, they don't have usefulness anymore. So now they're going to have to try to get some new crop that's within a black American lineage. That's the only way it's going to work now. But it's not going to work then because the first time you're talking crazy, black folks say, what you talking about, bro? And then once we realize what you got going on, you already know in our community, that's no, we're not listening to you. You're done. You're done. We're not going to listen to it. We're not going to tolerate it. It's just that simple. But also, I'm going to tell you something else why they showed up. Because they're desperate. They're desperate at this point. Do y'all realize how desperate they are? They're not in a good position right now. I hope you know that. They are really desperate. They are so desperate. Think about the videos they've been putting out. Just say the word and we'll start a civil war. Why has it got to come to that? Because you're losing. You're losing it. You're losing your mind. The only way you handle conflict is through violence. I know. I know. That's the culture. I know. All the issues and problems that you have in your community, and yet you want to focus on others. But they're desperate. They're very, very desperate. They're desperate for attention. They desperate for some sort of relevance because nobody's paying attention to them. Like, no matter what you do, nobody's like, I don't care about you. And people like that want attention from us so bad, I'm telling you, the one of the most powerful things we can do as black people is two things: hold our money and not give a person attention. No matter what they do and say, like, I don't care. And just say, anyway, hey, man, shoot, man, you think Shadura Sanders going to start this year? That sort of thing. Oh, you heard what he said? She said this about black people. She called black people. Okay, anyway, boy, them folks don't like when Shadura do that legendary. They hate that. Don't they hate that? Oh, and you talk about football. You know what I'm saying? They say, oh, well, look, they said the N-word with the hard ER. Why is Aisha Curry talking crazy again? That woman not happy in her house. What is wrong with Aisha? And like seems like she's so jealous about this. Like, why don't she just get her own life and her own identity within the marriage? She can have a bit. Like, we talking about a whole other things and not even worried with them. They hate that. We're not even paying attention to them. They can't stand it. They need us out there messing with them, getting in our feelings. Like, some of them will even do something so much to us to want to hit one of them. They're like, oh, at least he gave me attention. He hit me. That's how bad it is. Have y'all noticed that? Or is it just me? Oh, Rosa, you talking about Aisha Curry? Listen, about her for a minute. I will say this. And I'm talking to men here for a minute. Robert Mugabe, and may that man rest in peace, he said something once I'll never forget. He said, if God can't make a woman happy, why can't you? Why do you think you can? No, he said, why do you think you can? He said, women are not happy with their eyelashes. They're not happy with their lips. They're not happy with their body. They're not happy with their face. They're not happy with their hair. They're not happy with a whole lot of things. So if God don't make them happy, why do you think you can? Not many men is accomplished like Stephen Curry is, okay? He's in a great category already, right? Rich man. Listen, he ain't talking about 50-50, none of that mess. And she not happy. So if a man like that can't make you happy, no man will make you happy. And that's what some of it come down to, gentlemen. They get used to that life, and now they not happy. And then they don't realize it till it's gone, because it can be gone. Because this one thing I don't try to do is complain too much, because when God has blessed you and you keep complaining, God like, oh, okay, you gonna keep complaining? Okay, all right. Well, let me take that from you then. Let me take that husband from you too. And put you right back, put you where you want to be. And I say this much: be careful complaining all the time on your significant other, especially I'm talking about some of you women on the internet. Be careful complaining about your husband, because there's somebody out there that'll take him today, flaws and all. Be careful with that. Be thankful. Nobody's perfect. Everybody got their issues and problems, okay? Everybody. But hey, if he ain't beating you, he ain't cheating on you, he ain't out there embarrassing you, he not having a bunch of side babies somewhere, he's not emotionally abusive, he's not physically abusive, he's not any of that stuff, yeah, you may have to kind of pick up behind him sometime. Yeah, you may tell him things 5-6 times, but you know what? It's better than somebody doing all that other stuff I told you, emotional abuse, physical abuse, spending all your money in the house, not paying the bills, doing drugs. Like trust me, it's a women out here that would love her position. I promise you. Every single woman in the chat right now who's single would love to trade places with her. So you could have my life working this job, and I'd take yours. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Keisha, yeah, Aisha want to be in them streets. Yeah. They think they missing some of them. They like she live in a lap, but you know what? That's that. Now let's get back to the main thing. We want to talk about Aisha. That's a totally different situation. But with these people showing up at the HBCU and doing more, and it's gonna probably be more of them try that. Be honest with you, it's gonna probably be more of them try to show up. Maybe they'll try to get some. Oh, we would like to do a debate or whatever, but they're losing it. Now, our brothers and sisters that see them, like I say, I would say don't put hands on them. I wouldn't suggest that. Don't do that. But definitely get the authorities to remove them. Because, hey, if they didn't go through the right channels, then don't do that, okay? Don't put hands on them. But another thing that we need to do as black people, and I've been saying this, is that we need to encourage our kids to go to the HBCUs. And we say, oh, well, the HBCUs, this problem, that problem. Wait, this is the issue. Parents of these children who's paying tuition need to be at that school no different than some of you were at the high school or the middle school. The alumni, you need to be at the school too. And you need to be saying, hey, what's these kids need this. The dormitories look like this. The kids need this program, that program. If you don't stay on top of them, some of them not going to do it. It has to be a community issue that we do in every state as black Americans to make sure that our HBCUs are running at tip-top shape. If the leadership is bad, let's get them people out, put good people in. No, just because you black doesn't mean things got to be mediocre. I'm sorry, I don't believe in that. I'm a firm believer of, hey, we supposed to be 10 times better. That's the way we were supposed to be raised anyway. So that means the HBCUs should be 10 times better than the PWIs. Well, the PWIs got all these endowments and they got this money and that money. Let me tell you something. It's not sometimes how much money you get, is what you do with it. I don't need $100 million to do anything. Even with what we're running right now. I don't need $100 million. I'm saying just to do some things, I don't even need 10. I mean, a sweet spot would be, hey, you get about at least $1 million. 2 would be even better. Let's say you got $1 million. Okay, you got $1 million now. Hey, use that money and grow this thing. Okay, cool. Now, if you got more, you got more. Shoot, $500,000 you can do some damage. Especially in the African continent, you can really do some damage, grow some things, set some studios. You can probably build a state-of-the-art studio with some of that money. You know what I'm saying? You can get things going. Like I said, you don't need a whole lot of money to do things if you know how to put things together. But we need to get our HBCUs right. And while our kids can go to the HBCUs and be proud of the school they go into and get good education. And that's that. Trust me, I hate to see our talent, especially in the sports, going to PWIs. I hate that. I'm like, our talent belongs to the HBCUs. That's where they should be going to play football, basketball, whatever. Trust me, if our talent was going to the HBCUs, all of it, for them, at least they trying to get the best people there, and you take care of them, like the situation at Jackson State, what Dion was talking about, the problems that was over there, that should have never happened. But it got to come down to the black community. Some of these black mayors that's in these cities where they got HBCUs, you should be heavily involved with them HBCUs and making sure they're right. Because that's a reflection of the city. Yeah, you're right, they're bringing a lot of money for the community. NIL deals and all kind of other things like that. our kids need to go to the HBCUs. The way America's going, it's probably better for them to. Because this country is getting more and more openly white supremacists, okay? And why deal with that when we got HBCUs? Why deal with it? We can be around our own people. Yes, our own people got problems. Oh, yes, they do. But I'd rather deal with the problems of black people than deal with all them others. I'm sorry, I'd rather do it that way. So the HBCUs can be cleaned up from the top down. It can, but it's going to take a community effort to do so. We can't just say, "Oh, I'm sending my kids to HBCU," and you're not involved with anything. Yes, I know they're adults, but I'm sorry, they're still our children. They're still our children, and we as a community got to make sure our institutions are good, because one of the pillars of a community is institutions. Institutions like colleges, institutions like banks. We have our black banks shouldn't have a problem getting us in there, and our black banks shouldn't have a problem giving us home loans and car loans and stuff like that too. We shouldn't have to look at Wells Fargo that has a history of slavery. We shouldn't have to look at Bank of America that has a history of slavery. We should be look at the black banks and say, "Hey, man, I need a house. So, hey, I need to get this loan." That's the only way. Because think about it. If them folks tomorrow was to put in a law, let's say they rail back the laws and they say banks can discriminate again. And they say, "We don't want you black people here. Go to your own banks." A lot of you be up a creek. Because you didn't throw all your weight in these white-owned banks. But at the same time, we need to have some of the black-owned banks need to put more money into it. But, the more customers you have, the more you can invest. We got a black bank right here, or Unity Bank, and I think one time they did reach out. And we were trying to talk to Unity Bank, Unity National Bank. I'm calling names. Unity National Bank, y'all did say something one time. I don't know why we haven't sat down and talked. Why? Why aren't y'all running advertising here to try to get accounts with this platform, Unity National Bank? I'm just calling. I'm not saying nothing negative. I'm just calling names now because y'all email us, and then I don't know what happened. Y'all a black bank, so I can't say y'all Bank of America and somebody got spooked by something I said. No. You're a black bank right here in Houston. It don't make no sense, because I held back my tongue for a long time. It don't make no sense that we're sitting right here in Houston and I get more love outside of Houston. Why is it in Chicago and New York and Johannesburg and all these other places you go? They want to work with you, do other things, but then you sitting right here in your own city, like nothing going on. So yeah, I'm calling names, TSU and Union National Bank. Yeah, I'm calling you out. It's all love though. It's nothing bad. It's all love. It's all in love. You say why? Oh, you talking about why they show up at HBCU and their man was taken out by one of them? Yeah, they should go back to Utah Valley University. Go show up over there. That's the place y'all probably want to go hang out and go continue Charlie's work, right? They should be going over there. Why? You don't need to be coming to us. Oh yeah, Derry, roll call for real. Roll call. Yeah, you got to do that because, like I said, it just, it don't make sense. Like we supposed to be all black working together on some things. And we should work together on some things. I'm not trying to lord mass over anybody, but shoot, I mean TSU, you should be running some sort of advertising with us over here. It's too easy for us to go do things at TSU. It's right down the street, literally. So if you're alumni at TSU or whatever, hey, let's talk with them. Let's put something together. Because last time I was at TSU, my little girl went to a volleyball camp over there. And then all the people was cool. Everybody was great at the university. There was no problem. And I'm like, and I was sitting there that day, I was like, why haven't we done nothing here? I was just sitting here the whole time looking around, and I just kept looking at, I'm like, why haven't we done nothing here? That don't make sense. But we put it out there now. So, all right. Well, shout out to Laura down there. Shout out to you, Laura. I got you. What are y'all saying? I don't know who A is. Okay. I mean, I can't say nothing about it. I don't know. I mean, I don't know what's going on, and it is what it is. Let me tell you something I've learned over the years. People come, people go. It happens. And I don't know why. I'm not going to figure out why, because I don't know a person personally. I ain't talk about nobody's family. I ain't done nothing to nobody. So, yes, people will like you for a time. You say something they don't like. Oh, like, you know, okay, cool. And I promise you tomorrow there'll be somebody else that say, man, I really like what they doing over here. I'm telling you, I've learned that over the years. There's billions of folks all over the world. Trust me. Trust me when I say that. But, you know, have a great life, though. Why y'all talking about my hair, man? Why y'all talking about my hair? I haven't put nothing in my hair. I don't put nothing in my hair like that other than moisturizer. My hair is naturally wavy like that. And my little girl's hair is like that too. Hers is long and wavy. And she said, I didn't know your hair was that wavy like that. I'm like, yeah, when I cut it to a certain length, yeah. I don't need no 360 waves. Yeah, that was just natural. And that's probably why that sister in South Africa said, you know, you got hair like colored people. That's why I think she told me that, because she saw my hair the way it was, and it wasn't that. How can I say this? Okay, how to say this? It wasn't a very coarse. My hair isn't extremely coarse. Let me use that term. My hair isn't very coarse like that. You know, my hair is wavy. So that's why she said she couldn't understand, you know, I had hair like colored people, but you say you look like us. So I got confused. You know, I say, well, I'm from America. They say, oh, that makes sense, you know, and all of that. So, yeah. You say no soul glow. Nah, I didn't need no soul glow. Nah. And I never had a Jerry curl. I never had it. I know my grandma had a Jerry curl. My aunts had a Jerry curl. My mom never had a Jerry curl, though. She didn't do the Jerry curl. But, yeah, that Jerry curl was back in the day, carefree curl. and that carefree curl they put in their hair, that spray their hair. Oh, boy. I remember that junk, boy. A carefree curl. And then what was the next one after that? Was it Wave Nouveau was the next one that came out after Carefree Curl? Yeah, the Jerry curl was huge back in the 80s. Them Jerry curls, shoot. You never know. Hey, people say, oh man, they ain't gonna ever come back. Look, all it's gonna take is one of them rappers, because I know how it is. One of them rappers gonna come out one day and they gonna put a Jerry curl in their hair. And y'all gonna laugh at them at first, but then that's gonna end up being a style. You watch, and some rapper gonna bring back the Jerry curl. I see it coming, and y'all gonna wear it again. Watch, it's coming. May not come this year, but some rapper gonna bring it back. Hold on a second. Hold on. I'm trying to see who this is. Can we? Hold on. What? You know, I'm not even gonna answer that. Yeah, Luster's Pink, S Curl. Yeah, S Curl. Yeah, I do remember S Curl. I do remember that. He said Jerry Curl, babe, soaked up through pillows. Yeah. Yes. All right, y'all. But let me go ahead and go. I got some other things I need to do. But thank y'all for watching. I appreciate it. Make sure you click the subscribe button. That's free. Make sure you click the like button. They will have a survey sometime at the end. Say, hey, did you like this? And you say, yeah. Say, yeah, I like it. It's engaging, entertainment, all the stuff. Say something good. That way more people can come watch us, right? I don't know why they're doing that these days, but they doing it. But thank y'all for watching, and we will catch you